Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jinx Gaming, but of course you did know that, and if you don't know that, then that means you're new to the channel. Welcome. As you can see here, we're just setting up a new series, as you can see from the title, a new career mode with Chelsea Football Club. So we're just sort of like doing the administration things here. So yeah, we're just checking different stuff like that. There we go. We've sorted everything out. We've got our guy, Jinx Gaming. That's who we know and love. Controversially taken over Sarri. But I reckon Jinx Gaming can do the job. Do you know? So here we go. Just saving it under different stuff. So there is going to be like lots of different career modes across the year. But I'll talk about that a little bit later when you've got the live me. There we just chose what pre-season tournament we're going to do. We're going to do the most difficult one. I think it's called Juventus and Barcelona in it. Just sorting out my starting team here. So as you can see, making a few changes, keeping with the formation because it works. Now I'm not going to be I think I do talk about this a little bit later as well, so I'm sorry if I sound like I'm repeating myself. But we are what I am going to be doing, because it's obviously a manager career mode, a lot of people will like play 3 games an episode or whatever. We released someone then because I couldn't sell him, and it was really annoying me that I couldn't sell him. And then here I'm just looking at which ones I want to keep, which ones I can loan, and different stuff like that. So you see that here. Sorry if I'm seem like I'm looking away a little bit. For some reason my camera wouldn't center, so I'm actually like really leaning over to get my face in like this little as you can see, eclipse that I've got going on. So now I'm going down to the old people, the OAPs if you will, seeing which ones I want. Obviously I couldn't get rid of Rob Green, don't want Caballero, so I was putting different people on the list. So as you can see now, we're going to start training. But yeah, so what was I going to say? I was going to say something, wasn't I? About different career. Oh yeah, so a lot of people play like 3 games an episode, or like in a month, and then they'll like sim the other ones. But I want it to feel a bit more authentic, almost like it is sort of like my tactics and skills that are getting the wins and different stuff like that. So that's why we're like going to be simming pretty much every game, but the finals. So, well, actually, I'm giving it over to you, so I sort of want you to tell me. At the minute, I'm just going to do it where I go, like, finals. So, later on, you'll see if I get to the final of the... So, like, you'll see in the tournament, the pre-season tournament, I don't play any games. And I'm saying to myself, okay, if I get to the final, then I'll play that. So, yeah, as you can see here, we're just giving the people with the drills. There wasn't that many people that I felt comfortable giving drills, so I gave Kepa and Christensen. But yeah, so here we're setting up scouts because they're key in this game. You can get some absolutely amazing players. So I sent someone to England, and then I actually sent an English person to Spain because Chelsea are quite known for their Spanish players. And then the best player there was Croatia, so I thought I'll just send him to Croatia, to his home country. Will it change anything? I don't know. For some reason at first I couldn't find Croatia. I was like, where's it put it? And then weirdly it's over there. Like, I know where it is on the map, so that's why I hovered over the centre. So yeah. But let me know as well if you want me to, here we go, looking over the development things and objectives. Basically, they want me to win the Europa League. They want me to win the FA Cup, but they want me to finish top 4 in the league. And the main ones here, setting up more scouts and the global network transfer. At the minute, as I'm watching this, the clip is sped up ×2. So obviously I'm saying things very quickly, but things may change and it may be a little bit, I may slow some things down and have to re-record. But if I don't, then I sound a bit of an idiot. So yeah, but let me know what you want me to do. Whether you want me to I'm definitely gonna like sim most games, but let me know if you want me to. Your three options are A, not play any games at all and sim every game. 2, just play the finals, or 3, play the finals and maybe like big rivalries. And you tell me which ones you want them to be. So they can be Arsenal, Fulham. Obviously, they're the main rivals of Chelsea, and then also maybe if you want to see Man City, because that's a very sort of rivalry in terms of the two biggest clubs you could argue in England at the minute. So let me know. Let me know. Here we're just scouting some player. Morgan Gibbs White, who plays for Wolves, who obviously I see him. I've actually met him in real life. Really nice guy. Actually lives really close to me. And I met him for the first time the other day, so I thought we're going to scout him because I know how well he can be. And in my Wolves career mode in my spare time, he's absolutely shot up. So here we're getting an offer for Van Ginkel, who he's decent rated, and I know he's only 25, but something about him I just don't seem to like him. Here I forgot to make a second team because obviously in the pre-season I don't really want to be playing my bigger people until closer to the end of it, like a cup, because I don't want to risk any injuries mainly. That's the main reason. We do put Van Ginkel in, but later on I realised that we do have Barkley, which for some reason didn't pop up. So that's like my secondary team. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. So here we go now. We're going to see the first game. Right, so Pedro gets a goal. Fabregas injured and Zappacosta off. But 2-0. So obviously we've got 10 men and someone injured. 3-0. We're absolutely smashing them. Should win. 4. There we go. Unfortunately, obviously, as you saw, we did get an injury and someone sent off. Okay, but he's only out for 3 days. He'll probably miss the game against Juventus. As you saw there, offer from Caballero, I did accept it. Offer from Pedro from Real Madrid, so they offered 19.4 and I said, listen, I know you've got money, I want in between 22.75 and 35. I'd even have took like 23, since it said that's how much I sort of could have got him for. Loan offer from this geezer, to be fair I should have probably sold him because I didn't want him. Fabregas didn't want to play next game. And then the 3 people that I'd scouting, I was adding to my shortlist because I did like the look of them. Alexander-Arnold, well, I might have to wait a little bit because my right backs are okay at the minute. But I just thought, I'm going to go straight in for Morgan Gibbs White because he can play striker as well. I've never played him striker personally. So here we go. We give him a mil because his value is 800, and I know we'll absolutely smash that within a season. And then we meet up with him. Here we go. We offer him a rotation. I think that's what I will use him for. I wanted him for 5 years. He was happily to accept that. Didn't want a release clause. And how much wage did we give him now? I can't remember. I gave him 7.5, and he wanted a little less and a bit of a signing bonus, and it was like 62 grand, so it's pretty easy for me. So our first signing is Morgan Gibbs White. Got a message saying thanks, well done with the youth programme. Even though I didn't do anything, I've just sent people. So here I have to rotate a little bit. I realised I had Loftus-Cheek and Barkley, and now Gibbs White. So I technically had another 3 centre mids that I never. Well, 2 of them I just didn't notice before and didn't pop up, and 1 of them I just got. I still didn't put Loftus-Cheek in for some reason. I should have put him in for Gibbs White. Looking back now, I only just looked, but I wanted him to get a game in. I'm contemplating here whether I want to change anyone, looking at people's fitness because it is against Juventus. So I'm contemplating whether I want to change anything, and I'm also looking here at like the options for each position, because I go in. I think now I go and do I? Yeah. So I go and add more. Have a look at different scouts on who they've put in different things like that. I like the look of Rulli as a backup keeper because Caballero, Rob Green, don't like any of them. So I was looking at my other things. Because I was looking at what positions do I need the most, do I not have, and I needed a keeper and an attack, like 1 left winger, 1 striker and 1 right winger. So here you can see we're going for Rulli, who's decent. He's 26, I'm pretty sure, so 81 rated. So he's not as good as Kepa, which is good because I do want a Kepa as my main. Here we go. So they came back 25. I was like, listen, I'll give you an extra 300k if you get rid of the sell-on clause. They was okay with that. So now we go to Rulli, who has got a game face, so it would be good to have someone else with a game face in the club. We gave him important because we know Kepa is going to be the main person. 5 years, which I loved, which I wanted. And then we asked if we could get rid of the bonus. He wanted a little bit more. I was like, okay, listen, we'll put it down to 560k. Is that okay? Because I thought 62 is a lot for someone that's not starting. I'm pretty sure he's on more than Kepa, maybe, but I could be lying. Who knows? So Rulli's my second signing. Tried to go for Belotti as a striker, but unfortunately they wouldn't let me have him because he's not for sale. Because apparently Torino don't have enough people in that position. So we put Rulli there now, because now we've got the thing. So this is me looking again, contemplating whether I have enough position, like people in each position. And obviously I did accept, not accept, but I was negotiating with Real Madrid. So I was obviously thinking I was only going to have Willian and Piazon, and I'm looking to sell Piazon, or however you pronounce them anyway. So this is where I changed a few things, put in attackers and wingers to come up, and first team quality. So yeah, this is just more just sort of chore work, if you want to call it that. Just sorting out different stuff. I noticed Koke was expiring in 12 months, so I kept that in mind, thinking, okay, maybe we'll just keep Hazard and maybe Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully those two can hold off for now, and we'll wait until January and sign someone on a pre-contract for left wing. Here you see the Juventus game, 1-0 already, not great. Barcelona smashing LAFC, if you see in the bottom right. 2-0, not going great, looks like we're going to lose it, and we did, and Barcelona smashed LAFC 5-0, so as you can see the table there, Juventus on 6, us and Barcelona joint second, but on goal difference because of our smashing, and they smashed LAFC, they went up a little bit. So here, I think we took out Kepa and put in Morgan Gibbs-White, because I know how much you can grow on different things. Obviously, I only got a D there, but other people did alright. Caballero broke down, not broke down emotionally, Jesus. Broke down the offer with Porto. Another fourth rotation keeper who I'm never ever going to use. Got an offer, so we've accepted that. We're going to see. Here you can see we're changing all of our attackers for our starting attack now. The defence is still a little bit rotated, but not too much, because we're against Barcelona and it's a big game. So as you can see, they lost though, and they had this keeper in goal who I've never heard of before, Esquieta, other people as well, like Sampa, and as you can see, just like that, Morata and Hazard 2-0. Looks like we're going to win this game. Morata again getting a brace, and 3-0 absolutely smashed them, and LAFC actually drew with Juventus. So we've gone on, and now we're facing Bayern Munich. Another offer for Caballero. I'm just going to accept them, but unfortunately, with a lot of those players, a lot of the fodder players, if I can call that, they do have a really big wage. So look at that PA's on here, 49 grand, and he's 74 rated. Do you know what I mean? I noticed Wolves has made a signing, so I had a little look at it. Rob Green asked if he could have a game, and I was like, are you kidding me? This is the semi-final, no. So here we go, we change up a little bit again here, but put some of that, so we changed our attack back apart from Hazard. Once again, like I say, a little bit rotated in different areas. We haven't put our main secondary team out, we haven't put our first team out. So, and I know it's like a semi-final, so it doesn't count as away, and Barkley straight away, but then Boateng and Zappacosta injured, he can't stop happening things. Hazard though, 2-1, obviously Zappacosta got a red card and now he's been injured. Hazard again with a brace. Hummels, surely not, okay. We did win 3-2, only just, and we're against Atletico Madrid. Broken down with Pedro, they couldn't agree apparently. And Zappacosta was out for 6 weeks, that's a bit of a blow. I think we praise Chelsea here, yes we do. Just another youth programme. So we're in the final, so in a second I will hand over to Live Me as I do the game. So that'll be interesting. Just looking here, Martial I looked at as well. His contract's expiring in 12 months, but the thing is he's 22, so I haven't looked it up, but I've got to hope that he turns 23 between now and January, like in real life, and if so, I can sign him on a free. And then I looked at Memphis. That does remind me, actually, I did forget to go and buy him. But I am really looking at Memphis at the minute, so I think in next episode we will end up signing him. And right winger, there still wasn't anybody. we went to the promising players. Now, when I went to a promising player, there was one person that is a good player and I may buy, but he also did trigger something else, another player in my head. We'll come up to him in a second. Here we go, Pulisic, a good maybe right mid/winger that I could, play. And he will, when Pedro's quite old, he will start to drop, and even Willian is getting a little bit older. So here you go, here's the other players thinking of. Jadon Sancho, obviously he's an English, in Dortmund though. Maybe bring him back over to England, play for Chelsea. Obviously, in real life, he's just been called up to the senior team for England. Fabregas, I was looking at it and I thought, you know what? He's quite old. If we can sell him, we've got mega money. We could get 2 midfielders that are just as good as him. Pierre's sold. So now I was just looking at the team again, just confirming with myself that what position I needed. Obviously, putting the strongest line I could here. Changing the formation a little bit so we could, because Moses was playing right back and I didn't feel like playing him as a right back, so I thought if I put 5 at the back I feel more comfortable with him in a right wing. So you can see the changes here that I'm doing. Yeah, also I don't know where my camera's going to go yet. I could be looking the wrong way. If I'm in the bottom left corner I'm just like looking to nothing, but if I put my camera in the bottom right corner I'll be looking the right way. So it all depends. Here I was just making sure one player was loaned because for some reason I had no offers from him and I really didn't want him in the club. So here we go. I'm going to hand over now to me. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Now I'm going to change it to world class and also to 4 minutes. Okay, so with this career mode I've probably passed me, technically future me, because I'll be saying it in the future, but in terms of the video, the person that was speaking before me, the Andy before me, the one that was commentating over everything that was happening, I may have already covered this, but pretty much I'm going to be playing finals only. I'm going to be simming every game, so it's a proper manager career mode, but I don't know, so I've not played any like kick-off games or anything yet really on this game, so I've never seen like a trophy ceremony or anything like that. So whether we win or lose, obviously would like to win, but I do want to see sort of trophy like cup finals and different stuff like that. And it's the same with the Premier League. If we end up being like winning the Premier League or whatever, I will play the very last game of the season. So that's how we're going to do it. I know some people, they play a month every episode and they'll play like the 3 biggest game in that month, but I don't know. I think I would just prefer to, I don't know, I think I'd just prefer to like actually be a manager, because do you know what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying. I don't have to explain it. Here we go. Look at this nice little arena. This LA Galaxy's StubHub Centre. Chelsea versus Madrid. I know we've got no sound, so it's not really the same. You don't really get the atmosphere, but for some reason, well, even when I put the sound on 1 all across the board, it's still quite loud in my ears. I know it doesn't come across in the video, but still. So here we go. Play date. They've signed Jonas, a 34-year-old. And they've signed him for 13.6. I mean, you've got enough strikers. I don't know why. You've got Griezmann, you've got Correa, you've got Costa. Don't see the point. I do not see the point. Let's have a look at their lineup though. So here's mine, as you probably saw before. Playing a pretty strong lineup, but changed the formation a little bit so we could incorporate some more. I forgot to change it to Kepa though, but it doesn't really matter. He has sort of been the keeper of the whole tournament, bar like 1 or 2 games really. So we'll stick with him. They've got Oblak, Juan Fran, Savic is that, Godin, Felipe, Luis. So there we go. Gelson, Martins, Saul, Thomas, Partey, Koke, Jonas and Griezmann. What sort of formation is that? Is it 4-4-2? Curious. Sort of like a 4-4-2. It could be a 4-2-2, 4-2-2. I don't know, depends how they're going to run it. Or it could be a 4-2-2 second variation where the two midfielders, who one was partly and can't remember their other centre mid, they could be playing a little bit lower down. Oh, Saul, something like that. So here we go, the game, the final is kicked off. Throwing now, gonna run across here. Kante, can you hold up the play? Morata, he's seen Kante going through. He's gonna try and square it. He's tried to square it. Willian, early goal in the 5th minute. That is nice. If we do end up in career mode, obviously doing well in the very few games that we do, we will bump it up to like legendary and stuff like that. But you know, because it's the first game, and to be honest, it's not like I'm cheating, because it's not like this is a lower level for me just so I can get the win. You know, this is normal, like it's a very sort of me level world class, I think. But who knows, if I end up doing really well in future more important finals, hopefully the Champions League final, which we'll get to in this series, then yeah, we'll make sure to, I may even have it on Ultimate, which is very, very difficult, but then again, I don't know, I've never played Ultimate, so I think it would be a bit unfair. Look at this, Willian straight through again. Eden Hazard, what was that, Eden? I'm not being funny. And then Morata, you could have just clipped it in for him, couldn't you? Look at this, terrible, but Morata, just clears the pass, mate. Could have been outside, I don't know. We're passing around the back here, passing it quite well. Thomas, how he likes to be called as. Koke is giving it away to Azpilicueta. Willian now, we're all getting up front. Kante, what's he going to do? Chip it back over to Willian. Willian, oh, tried to get his brace there. The pass from Kante was too close to the keeper, I should say. So Kante again in the midfield, really organising things here, really bossing it as he always does. Jorginho tried to find Morata. Can he put it in? Bottom right corner. Alvaro Morata, maybe his first goal, but I'm not sure. But there we go, we've doubled the lead in only 25 minutes. Really nice hold up play. Jorginho saw it. I thought it would have been too heavy, and then when I saw it, it was just perfect. Obviously me in close distance shooting don't really go yet, so I was a little bit nervous, but we did manage to convert the shot into a goal. 2-0 Chelsea. Okay, they've got a free kick here. Jonas, go Dean. Oh my goodness, I thought that was in. Saul nearly scored an amazing overhead bicycle kick here. Just really pinpoint passing, head into each other. Couldn't get anywhere near it because it was one touch. David Luiz, I didn't really close him down quick enough because I didn't realise that was going to happen. First time, and just missed, to be fair. It could have been close. I think the keeper would have had it though. Martin's now, the pace of him running down the wing. Okay. Christensen, it seems like he hit the ball then. Looked like he was in a little bit of pain when he hit it. Yeah, we don't need to see my goal. Okay, they've got the corner obviously. We're gonna win it. Oh, cleared off the line by, I don't know who that was. Number 3. I really should know that seeing as it's my team, but my mind's gone completely blank. They're still on a counter attack here, so I'm trying to concentrate on clearing the ball. Willian, can you try and get it out? No. They've got it back again. There we go. Jorginho intercepts the play. Oh, maybe a counter attack of our own here if Willian runs. Run with it, Willian. Go on. They've absolutely done him for pace. I don't really want to sweat it again. I feel bad. Maybe I should have. Too much power. Maybe I should have finessed it, but just got 2 underneath the ball, which I really didn't want him to do. Kante again. Look at him. He's waiting for those passes. Willian, what's he going to do? Felipe Luiz won it back amazingly. He saw that his other defenders, were struggling. He came back and gave a helping hand. Here we go. No, that was a foul, to be fair. Christensen completely stopped Griezmann in his path. They've got a free kick from it. They're going to take it quickly here. They're going to take it very quickly. It's very mumbling about. Saul, Jonas, I'm trying to close them down. Koke, he's got it back again. This isn't good. Azpilicueta, but it's still fumbling around. Thomas has took the shot. Blazed over the bar. We're going to change it to a defensive now, going into obviously the second half, because I really want to try and keep this 2-0 lead if I can. And there is half time. So I'm going to pull Christian down to a CDM. But David Luiz more CDM, I'd say, because he can play CDM. I'll give Gibbs White a go instead of Jorginho. He's played decently, but I want to give him some minutes in the final, you know. Also, tell me if you're liking the first episode of this Chelsea career mode. There will be many different career modes across the year. Like I said, in my charity live stream, I'll be doing like an exclusive career mode with a really low down team, either Tranmere or Morecambe. And then later on through the year, I'll do other teams as well. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to do other teams, you know, teams that maybe deserve to be higher than they are, or used to be very big, like a Leeds or something like that. And then I'll also do an international team, you know, like someone who's always in like the round of 16 in the Champions League but never gets anywhere, so like an Ajax or a Porto or someone like that. And also, I know a big surprise, I may say this at the start of the video, but the first video in a while. Oh, Gibbs White. The first video in a while as well. Obviously it's been a lot of live streams recently, but I think I just sort of like this a little bit more with the whole, when I'm in the menu doing stuff, I've got the future me almost talking over things, and then for the games you get the reactions. So I like it a bit more. So you know, they're not going to be the longest. Well, I don't think so. They're going to be like I said, because not every game there'll be live commentary in it, because I'm only going to do it for absolutely massive games like finals and maybe even derbies, like against Fulham and Arsenal, maybe Man City. But I don't know. Let me know more what you think about it. I'll do anything if you want me to sim every single game, even finals. Obviously I can happily do that. I'll do that. Just let me know, yeah. Moses now. Victor Moses. He's going to try and find. Go to Kante. That was dreadful. I really didn't want it to go there, but it did. We're going to make a sub after that as well. Well, we're going to have a look. Make a substitution. May just put Kale on. Christensen's a little bit tired, even though he's still slow. Just something firm. Do you know what I mean? I think I'll put Kante in a CDM and Kovacic in the middle, so we're still a bit more strong as well to intercept things in the middle of play. I think that'll be my two subs. Hopefully, like I said, we can just hold on to this lead now. Come on, Chelsea. Oh, Griezmann tried dribbling through. Unfortunately, couldn't get anywhere, but they have one possession back. Atletico. Felipe Luiz now. They're passing down the middle. This looks a very good attack from them. N'Golo, though, just the brick before the box. He's amazing. Does that even make sense? Who cares? Shut up. I'm on the run with Willian. And he's been absolutely slashed at. He has taken one for the team, Rodrigo, I suppose. He didn't want, obviously, me to get another attack on. Maybe make it 3-0 so it was impossible to come back from. But that was quite dirty, to be fair, if I'm being completely honest. I don't really want Hazard on it, because I'm not going to shoot with it, so I'm going to put Alonso on it. Put the ball there. Get ready to run on it with Morata. Too low, and the defender intercepted. Damn it, chance missed, wasted. Okay, they're running down the wing here, trying to get Moses to block him. Oh my goodness, and Thomas Lemar has brought one back. I would have thought he would have grabbed the ball, but no, apparently he's celebrating. 78th minute, and Atletico have brought one back. It was a great build-up. I was trying to switch to Moses much sooner. Finally managed to. Koke, as we can see here, switched to him there, tried closing him down, didn't intercept it, and then I was in two minds about whether to try and head it away with Kale, is it here? Yeah. even though he went for a kick, which I didn't try, or whether to bring the keeper out. So I actually started bringing Willie out, noticed it was a bit far away, then I tried to header it out with Cahill. Because I did half and half, it sort of screwed me over in that half. Do you know? So it's 2-1 here at the American Challenge Cup, just over 10 in-game minutes to go. Obviously we're on defensive, but the team's getting very attacking at the minute. Maybe we can shock them here and not just park the bus. You know, this is Jinx Gaming now, not any of the other managers, you know. Even though I'm not digging at Chelsea's last few managers, but all I'm saying is I'm more attacking than any of them. They look like they're working up an attack here. Juan Fran, here he is, passing inside to Coque. I'm trying to close down. My players seem like they're floating about. Lamar, scorer of the first goal. Rodri on a yellow. They're passing back, maybe not the smartest decision. I managed to go out, can't win it. They've won it back. I'm just going to hoof it upfield because that pass wasn't the greatest. Heavy touch from Willian. Advantage played from the ref. Last few minutes here, they've got an attack. Once again, the through ball, it's just too heavy. I'm just going to try and keep it here now. There we go, and we have won it. I don't want to pause it, but I do also want to turn up the sound. If this ruins anything, I'm really sorry, but I just want to turn up the sound so we can hear it, you know. And Aspilicueta, the captain, going to hold the American Challenge Cup. And here we go. Chelsea are your American Challenge Cup pre-season tournament champions. The first of hopefully many silverware that we're going to get in this series. I'm going to leave it there anyway. Please show support and love to this series if you like the idea of it, and I'll be sure to do more. It'll definitely motivate me to want to do videos more in this sort of style, so it would mean a lot. So I've been your host, Jinx. I'm going to leave you with this to play out here. So thank you. Leave all your thoughts in the box down below. I've been your host. Peace. Bye bye for now.